They say when you hear the sound of heels after midnight, it is already too late. Queen Esther Boarding School was located inside a busy Nigerian city. During the day, cars moved outside the gate, generators hummed, and students laughed freely. Everything looked normal. But when night came, the school changed. After prep, after night prayers, after lights out, fear slowly entered every hostel. Students did not fear darkness, they feared the sound that always followed it. At exactly 12 midnight, when everyone was meant to be asleep, a slow and steady sound echoed through the corridors. Koi, koi, koi. It sounded like hard heels touching the floor. Each step was slow. Each step felt deliberate. Girls pulled their blankets over their heads, boys pretended to snore. Nobody dared to move because that sound belonged to Madame Koi Koi, a teacher who once lived and now refused to rest. Some teachers punish students, others destroy souls. Before she became a spirit, Madame Koi Koi was known as Mrs. Agnes Adebayo. She was a mathematics teacher, tall, always neat, always serious. She never smiled. Students feared her presence more than exams. What made her unforgettable were her shoes. Black, high-heeled shoes she wore every single day, rain or shine, assembly or classroom. When she walked, the corridor announced her arrival. Koi, koi, koi. She believed fear was the best way to correct children. One day, a sick student begged to rest. Madame Koi Koi refused. That decision followed her into death. In Queen Esther School, one rule was stronger than school rules. On the first night, hostel prefects always warned new students. They spoke quietly and seriously. If you hear heels at night, do not move, do not look, and never answer if your name is called. Sade, a new student from Lagos, laughed. She believed such stories were village nonsense. She trusted city life, electricity, and modern education. That confidence disappeared the night she heard her name whispered in the dark. What would you do if a dead teacher called your name at midnight? That night, the sound returned. Koi, koi, koi. It was inside the hostel now. Close. Real. The girls froze. Nobody breathed loudly. Then a cold voice whispered, Sade. Her body wanted to respond. The next morning, Sade was gone. People disappear, but fear always stays. Sade's bed was neatly arranged. Her slippers were under the bunk. No struggle, no broken door. It was as if she never existed. Teachers searched everywhere. Security guards swore nobody left the compound. The principal warned students not to spread rumors. But rumors were unnecessary. Everyone heard the heels that night. Some stories refused to die. Senior students shared what they knew. Madame Koikoi punished rule breakers, noisemakers, disobedient students. They said she still checked hostels like she did when alive. Only now, her punishment was eternal. Fear became survival. Fear grows faster when nobody questions it. Kunle, a final year student, could not ignore what was happening. He visited the abandoned staff quarters. Inside Madame Kwekwe's old room, he found black heels under the bed, clean, untouched by dust. When he touched them, his hands felt cold. Every ghost has a beginning. Zainab searched old records. She found the truth. A student died years ago. The case was covered up. The teacher involved was Agnes Adebayo. Madame Koikoi did not leave because she was never forgiven. The truth was buried. Some things should never be seen. At 12:05 a.m., the sound came again. Koi, koi, koi. A tall figure appeared, pale face, empty eyes, black heels shining. Madame Koikoi was real. She does not guess names, she remembers them. She stopped and whispered, Kunle. His legs refused to move. Zainab held him, whispering prayers. The light suddenly came on. She vanished. The dead scream louder when the living lie. The principal confessed. The school covered up the death to protect its name. Madam Koikoi died angry and ashamed. Her spirit stayed behind as punishment. Spirits become stronger when ignored. Another student disappeared. Parents withdrew their children. The heels were heard every night. Not all problems can be solved with police. An old cleaner revealed the solution. Confession, truth, returning the heels to her grave. Justice was the key. Some footsteps follow you forever. At midnight, they walked to the cemetery. Then the sound followed them. Koi, koi, koi. This time, running was not an option. Madame Koikoi appeared, screaming and angry. Zainab spoke the truth. Truth is louder than fear. The principal confessed publicly. The heels cracked. Even the wicked deserve rest. Light surrounded the grave. Madame Koikoi disappeared. Peace feels strange after fear. The school closed temporarily. Justice followed. Fear teaches, truth heals. Cruelty was replaced with care. Madame Koikoi became a warning. Or so they thought. Years later, Kole visited the school. Far away, a faint sound echoed once. Koi, then silence.